Hi, and welcome back to Just Another Stitch. For those that don't know me, my name is Connie, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do the waistcoat stitch in the round. And the waistcoat stitch is almost identical to the single crochet stitch. Where with the single crochet stitch, you're normally placing your hook right here, right under that stitch. But with the waistcoat stitch, you're going a little over, and you'll see where there's a V right here. You see how it forms a V right in there, and that's what you're looking for, that V. And that's where you'll be sticking your hook initially, right there. And if you look on the back side, okay, it looks like an upside down V. So when you're going in, your hook's going in, it's going to go right there in between the two ports of the V. You see? So let me go back to the front. Okay? So you're going in right there inside the V. And on the back side, okay, right there. The back side, it will be in between, like that. Okay? So that's how you want your hook to go through. And I'm going to be showing you the stitch, several times to make sure you have it. And one thing when it comes to doing the waistcoat stitch, you want to do your stitches loosely. Because if you do your stitches too tight, it's going to be very difficult or next to impossible to get your hook in the V where it needs to go. So make sure you crochet your stitches loosely. And another thing I want to point out, in the round, it will look like a V. But if you're doing it flat, it will be an upside down V. But in the round, it's a V. Okay, and like I said, on the back side, it's upside down. But I want to show you how to do it in the round, because I find, like, from my experience, normally the most popular pattern that I see when it comes to doing the waistcoat stitch is hats. So that's what I'm going to try to prepare you for with this tutorial. Okay, so I have my hook back in. And let me find my spot. Okay. So you see, this is where you would normally stick your hook during a single crochet stitch. But the waistcoat stitch, you go just a little over and there's that V. And this is where you want to stick your hook. Right there. Oops. Okay, right here. Okay. And like I said, and on the back side, you'll be going through the upside down V. Okay? Get it in there. It's being stubborn on me. Okay, there it goes. Okay? But that's where you want to stick your hook. And everything else is exactly the same as a single crochet stitch. You yarn over, you go through the base stitch, you yarn over and go through both. And as you see how it's laddering up, it's starting to look like the knit stitch in knitting. And that's one thing too I forgot to point out. The waistcoat stitch is also referred to as the knit stitch in crochet. Okay, so again, you see that V right here? This is where you're sticking your hook, right here. Okay, right there. Okay, that's where you want your hook. Okay, you yarn over, go through the base stitch, yarn over, go through 2. Okay, and again, this is where you would normally go with a single crochet, but you just go over a little bit to the left and you'll see the V. You see the V? That's where you're going through. Okay, you yarn over, go through the base stitch, yarn over, go through both stitches. And I promise you, if you can do the single crochet stitch, you can do the waistcoat stitch. I'm going to do 2 more for you, and hopefully you'll have it, okay? Like I said, you're going through the V right here. Okay, yarn over, go through the base stitch, yarn over, go through both stitches. Okay, and again, look for the V. This is where you're sticking your hook, right here. Okay, you yarn over, go through the base stitch, yarn over, and go through 2. Okay, and this is how you do the waistcoat stitch in knitting. In crochet. Sorry about that.